Before we go and continue to work on transaction page, I would first like to show you something interesting. So, for example, we currently have only one transaction which is done on this date, and it says that flower called orchid was sold on this date. So if I open this and let's take a closer look at this select box. As you can see, we have multiple flowers over here, but let's see what value is used. As you can see, the value for this field is actually the name of the entry, and this is not good because names can change. So let's go back to the transactions. As you can see, we have our orchid here selected still. So if I go over to flowers and rename our orchid to something else, let's see what would happen then. I'm just going to save this. And let's go over to transactions. And we still have orchid here, but this flower does not exist. So if I open this, you will see that our field is reset. And if we have, for example, created our transactions page and wanted to list all the transactions over here, we would be missing one entry if someone managed to rename the flower, and maybe even more if this flower was participating in multiple transactions. And to solve this problem, we can use select box link field. So I'm just going to install this quickly and show you how it actually works. Okay, so I have installed the field, and now we need to edit our section. We actually need to replace this normal select box field with our new link field. I'm just going to edit section, and I'm going to delete the flowers, the flower field, like so, and then I'm going to create a new select box link field. Flower, and let's choose the value that we'll use for output. So let's say name, and we will also display it in the entries table. Okay, so I'm just going to save the changes, and in this way, if we had, for example, multiple transactions already, if we did this, we would lose all of this data, all of the flowers data. Only date field will remain. So now we need to recreate this. Luckily we only had one entry, and we can say orchid other, but let's take a look at how what value is used now in our select box. And as you can see, it's a number, and this is actually the ID of the entry. Once you create a new entry in Symphony, it gets a unique ID that you can see over here as well. Currently we are editing a transaction with ID 11, and once you create a transaction, no matter what field you change, ID will always stay the same, and that way you can be sure that you have linked the correct flower. So if I go over to the flowers now and change the orchid name back, like so, then the name should automatically change in the transactions as well, because everything is linked by ID field, and as you can see, it no longer says orchid other. And another nice feature is that we can now click on the name of our linked flower, and this will lead us back to editing in this section. So there we go. We also have some other advanced fields that can be used in conjunction with the link field. Feel free to explore, and I'll see you in the next video.